back to the Sidetrack'd Podcast.
Oh my god. What are you talking about? We're really about to do this all over again.
Welcome back to Sidetrack'd. It's been 1 week. I don't know. It's been a good 2 weeks. If you're new here, because I know there's a few new listeners, watchers. I do release these episodes bi-weekly on Fridays. And a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks that I originally wasn't going to speak on, okay? When topics come across my For You page that get popular, for whatever reason, for people to make think pieces on, I tend to not join in immediately, if at all. The same thing happened when there was talks about, what was it? Is having a boyfriend embarrassing? That conversation started because of an article, and I kept on seeing everyone's takes on it, and I hadn't read the article myself, but I could just tell from the videos that I was seeing on the title of this article that the people who were making commentary on it hadn't read the article either. And I wasn't going to give my 2 cents on that when it was popular. I tend to wait until things die down before I start giving my think pieces on it, just because I don't really want to jump into this dog pile, whether it's a person or an idea, because that just seems like a waste of everyone's time. Like, I feel like everyone's in their own echo chamber of, like, what they believe or whatever, right? So this entire week, or the last 2 weeks, every time I got on TikTok, because God knows what's going on with the algorithm, but I still like to believe that I can train it a little bit. So anytime I saw anything relating to Timothy Chalamet and the ballet or opera, scroll. Like, the second one of those 3 words popped up, I was like, scroll, don't want to see it. Same thing with the topic that we're talking about today. I just kept on scrolling past the videos because everything was like, I didn't care enough, number one. It doesn't seem like something that is really that deep or should really be talked about as if it's some serious issue. Like, we're going to war. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird place to be when we're over here, like, having, like, serious issues and problems, and then everything on my timeline is about jealous friends. Like, something about that is weird, right? But then I came across a video 2 nights ago on my For You page, and I think I did stick around for, like, a second or two because of how she framed it. Like, she got me, okay? She hooked me in. She got me to watch more than a second of her video. And once I got there, I got increasingly angry. I will say that, like, I had watched the video and I got extremely angry because, not only because of her take, but I went to the comments and people were agreeing with her. And that is what prompted me to make this video, if I'm being completely honest, because one of her biggest takes about jealous friends in that, in her TikTok, was that a jealous friend will kill you. Like, that was essentially what she was saying, and people were agreeing with her in her comments. Which then makes it a topic that I want to talk about. You know, like, that makes it a serious topic when we're talking about killing bitches, right? And I'm not saying that people haven't been killed by jealous people before. That is not what I'm trying to argue. But the way she was phrasing it was all like, if you are jealous, you are a murderer. Like, that's how her TikTok was coming off, and that's how everyone was interacting with it in the comments. But they were agreeing with her, and I was like, guys, why are we acting stupid? Like, she was like, I think one of her, like, her main point was something like, oh, jealousy will kill you, or whatever, or like, people kill over jealousy. And I'm like, yeah, it's an emotion. People kill because they're angry. People kill because they're sad. People kill sometimes when they're happy. Like, it's an emotion. Like, I kept on, like, seeing everyone's discourse around this and I feel like when I had watched this video, I hadn't watched the original video. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, a girl got on TikTok, posted, I think it was like 6 minutes long, of her talking about how she used to be the jealous friend. Okay, this is not a new concept. Jealous friends are something that people are always talking about via TikTok and social media just in general. People are always talking about them. I've always heard about them. But it's blowing up right now because this girl posted a 6-minute long video where she was like, I used to be the jealous friend. I wanted everything, blah, 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 blah. I wanted everything that this girl had. And she's basically just saying, like, I knew I was jealous at the time. I never really acted on it. I never really did anything to the girl. We ended up splitting, like, mutually. Like, we're on good terms. But I found it hard being friends with her because I knew I was jealous of her, right? Not a crazy video, right? Everyone's dogpiling on this girl, which, like, my personal feeling on the matter is that, number one, it struck a nerve with some people because no one likes a jealous friend, whatever. And number two, y'all just like hating on people. So much so that you can't engage in real conversations about life. Like, to sit here and be all higher than thou about this situation and be all like, well, I've never experienced jealousy, so you deserve to die, is a crazy concept, especially if you're coming at this from the perspective of a jealous friend could kill someone or something like that, or a jealous friend will kill you or something like that. Sending death threats is never okay. Never okay. Like, I just don't, like, I fear we've lost the plot, guys. I wrote a bunch of notes down, too, because it was just, it was a lot, so I didn't want to talk about this, really. But, number one, what I will say about the video is, I don't think it was necessary. I don't think she needed to say that out loud. I don't think, because I honestly couldn't even remember her point. She was just all like, yeah, I used to be jealous. Like, that was the entire video. And I had seen another video where they were all like, if you are not trying to become famous, you really shouldn't be putting your think pieces online. Because although I disagree with, like, the concept of people sending death threats, it is a reality. It's a reality of where we are right now with the internet. You put your thoughts out there, you're going to get people's thoughts and opinions back. And some people are weird. Some people are weird. A lot of people are weird, actually, when you think about how many people just feel comfortable sending death threats online. Which is like, even if you're not planning on carrying it out, I think you're weird for that. Like, the concept of typing out something like, I wish you were dead. Ooh. To someone that you don't even know. Like, because she voiced that she was jealous one time, y'all want her dead is crazy. That's number one. But, like, I also feel like there was really no point to posting the video, but I do think that starting this discourse is important if we're going to come at this, like, genuinely. Like, I feel like overall, like, it's, like, a nuanced conversation that I don't think a lot of people on TikTok right now are being genuine in their responses with. I feel like they're just trying to be all, like, tell their story and be all like, well, I almost got killed by a jealous friend, so this is why this is wrong. And it's all like, there's a lot of things that could kill you. Like, it's not like I'm not trying to be all like, oh, and the world kept spinning about it. But, like, genuinely, there's a lot of shit that we all go through in life that is shitty. But, like, I want to know what the outcome is. Like, what do you guys want from this girl or this situation? Like, what is your outcome when doing all these things pieces, saying that she's a horrible person and, like, she doesn't deserve her life and all these things? Like, I'm just not understanding what the takeaway is from this. Like, do you, like, because you're sitting here and you're making it seem like my problem was that they were, like, villainizing jealousy. And it's like, number one, number one, I will say that I watched one video where it was saying that jealousy and envy aren't the same. So I am also going to bring up that definition right now, just so I know exactly what I'm talking about when I say these, when I get into this. But this is the first thing that popped up when I Googled jealousy versus envy, right? So it says envy is the desire for something or someone. Envy is the desire for something someone else has. I want that feeling. While jealousy is the fear of losing something that you already possess to someone else, right? So what I believe and what most people are also believing in this conversation who are, like, trying to actually understand what's going on here is that the actual emotion that we're talking about is envy in this situation. Like, you envy someone else for, like, basically she was talking about, like, imagine someone having the perfect job and the perfect house and, like, all these things that, you know, they didn't have to work for, but they have them anyways, and you have to work twice as hard to get them. That's basically what she was envious of. And I feel like, number one, when people were engaging with this hypothetical question, they were all like, well, how do you know she didn't have to? One, it was a hypothetical. That's not the actual situation that she was in. She was just giving you a guideline without actually telling you what happened, because you guys don't deserve that information. Like, she, full reign to tell you what she wants to tell you and not. But envy is a normal emotion. Like, I fear everyone's, like, villainizing this emotion and being all like, you should never feel this way. And it's all like, and you can never feel this way. That's kind of where I got upset, is that I guarantee you, because of the way they're acting and because of how much hate is in their heart and how much that weighs on a person when you are hateful, I know you got some other shit going on in your life, okay? You cannot sit here and tell me that you've never been jealous. I don't understand. Like, I have been jealous to some extent, not of my friends ever. I will say that is a weird place to navigate. Or, let me just state right now, I don't think you can have jealous friends and work on that. Like, that's not something that's workable. Like, you really cannot have a friend that is jealous of you. That is personally what I believe, right? But at the same time, envy, jealousy, those are normal. Like, they're like two sides of the same coin, number one. I will say that, again, the two just different definitions. But, like, envy is a normal human emotion. And I feel like people are acting like it's not. Like, being envious of someone is, like, some bad taboo thing. And partially, maybe this is just because I've done a lot of work on myself emotionally, but I feel like unless it's happy, like, unless the emotion that you're feeling is happy, which is literally the takeaway from Inside Out, which is what I'm not understanding about this discourse, actually. That's, like, it doesn't actually need therapy or working on yourself to understand this concept. If you watch Inside Out, it's blatantly clear in that you need all of the emotions in her headquarters to function. I didn't watch Inside Out, too, so don't go bringing in anything that happened in that movie. I don't believe it's real. But for Inside Out, like, the first one, like, Joy trying to make everything happy all the time is the reason we have conflict. Like, that was the main conflict in the movie, that Joy kept on trying to control everything because Riley is this happy girl. And I feel like the way people are acting right now, it's like happiness is the only emotion you can feel without being judged for it. Like, I genuinely do believe that. And I'm not saying give people who are, like, envious or jealous the benefit of the doubt, but I do think that it's part of, like, I wouldn't call it a mental illness, but I would say that treating it as if it's not, like, I don't think anyone wants to be jealous. I don't think that someone wakes up and is all like, I want to be jealous of everybody else who has more than me today. It's a terrible place to be. It's a terrible feeling to have, that you don't have enough, or that someone is doing better at life than you. Like, that is not somewhere that someone wants to be at. So, like, sitting here and dogpiling on a girl who clearly is struggling with feeling like worth something. Like, I think it's like insecurity, and I think insecurity is more what it is. Like, that's where you get being envious of other people and being jealous of other people. Like, it comes from insecurity. So when people were talking about, it's terrible to feel this emotion, which they weren't talking about it like it was an emotion, number one, which it most certainly is. But it's like, why not? I'm not saying, like, dwell in it. Like, I would never tell someone, like, oh, like, be angry all the time or be sad all the time or just be, like, no. But in moderation. Like, you're supposed to feel all the feelings, or else, there's a quote somewhere where it's all like, if all days were good, you would nothing would ever feel like anything. You know, you have to have bad days to appreciate the good. Same thing with emotions. Like, you're going to have times where you're not happy. The baseline isn't happy. Crazy, I know, but it isn't. And I feel like people forget that, and any negative emotion you can't feel without people being all like, well, you suck. And it's a terrible place to be when you have people dogpiling you, telling you suck, when you already feel that way yourself because you're already experiencing the emotion. Like, imagine being sad or insecure or angry at life, and then people are just all like, well, you suck for feeling that way. No shit, Sherlock. I already feel bad. You're not making it better. Like, that's also what I'm annoyed about in this whole situation. Is like, everyone's talking about this and being all like, I saw one video's talking about how because she's addressing it doesn't mean that she's necessarily self-aware. Like, just because she's saying she's a jealous friend doesn't mean that she's self-aware that she's harming the other person. Which, to make that bold claim when you don't know this friend or her is weird in and of itself. But let's say that she, unlike in her video where she claims it never affected their friendship, let's say it was affecting their friendship, right? And she's addressing it now online and being truthful. She knows that she was jealous. What do you want her to do about that? Because that's not just work that you just get on your own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just get better on your own from that. I really do believe the only answer to having a jealous friend or being jealous of your friend is to not be friends anymore. And I really, truly do believe that. I think that, like, in her case, she was in a place where she was friends with someone who was so much above her in terms of where she was going in life or, like, the things she had achieved when they were the same age. And I think for some people that can be motivational, but for some people it's not motivational and it slows them down in what they're trying to accomplish because they're constantly comparing themselves. What is it? Comparison is the thief of joy or whatever. Like, it's not a good place to be, but, like, then you leave. But if you don't have people telling you this information, like, I feel like my biggest issue comes from, like, she got online and she said this, and now people are in comment sections being all like, you should never be jealous. I've never been jealous. And there's someone out there who, like, isn't saying that part out loud because of the way you guys are reacting. You know, like, when you have situations where people are getting murdered because their friend was jealous of them or their mom was jealous of them or whoever it may have you was jealous of them, it's because that person wasn't honest with themselves that they were jealous. Like, I highly doubt this girl is going to go, which she said in the video. She said she had never done anything to that girl to make her life worse. And honestly, I believe her. You don't have to, but I do. Because she has no reason to lie. I mean, she already came online saying something like, oh, I'm jealous. And y'all tore to shreds. I don't really think she has any reason to lie. Like, I think she was being as honest as she could with what she knew. Like, it's very hard to be self-aware when you're not being told. Like, I guarantee you if she was messing up that girl's life, she wasn't telling her. Like, and I feel like a lot of people are in this situation are coming from it from, oh, I had a jealous friend once. And I don't know, I have, and I'm still coming at this from a place, like, I have had a jealous friend before, and it almost killed me, I will say. Like, it was bad. Like, it's not a good place to be. I'm not saying that we should just let jealous friends just do whatever they want. I remember when I was going through it, like, I remember, like, I was, like, upset about something. And I explained something to someone, and they told me, oh, like, you're only being treated this way because she's jealous of you, like, whatever. And I vividly remember hearing that after, like, I had gone through something bad. Like, it was whatever, right? I'm crying, I'm in tears, and I'm hearing someone being all like, she only did that because she's jealous of you. And they weren't trying to be like, they weren't making fun of this girl, mind you. They were genuinely being all like, she's just jealous. She's just jealous. And that's it. That's really all that it is. That's why you're getting treated like shit. And I remember thinking to myself while tears are streaming down my face, I'm like, how does that help me? How does that help me? I'm supposed to sit here and feel good that she's being jealous. Like, and I think that a lot of people get off on that. Like, that was also why I don't think anyone cares about the outcome of this conversation or people getting better from being jealous or insecure or whatever, is that I think that there's genuinely people out there who get off on people being jealous of them. You know, or not like get off, but like, you know, they like feel better about themselves because other people are jealous of me. Like, everybody's jealous of me. Like, I'm living my best life and everybody's jealous of me. All you hoes are jealous of me. Y'all are sick. Just as sick as the individual who's jealous. Because you don't really get, like, I've never felt that way. Like, when I was getting told that I was being bullied because she was jealous of me, I was like thinking to myself, I was like, okay, like, literally, what do you want me to do? Literally, what do you want me to do with that information? Because I'm sitting here trying to process. I'm I'm looking for it, and I can't find how that's better. Like, oh, I have like a better life than you, so therefore me getting shit on, dogged on, and literally dragged through the mud is okay. No, I'm not gonna feel good about that. Like, it's a terrible place to be, but like I feel like dogging on this girl for like being jealous of it. The thing is that these individuals shouldn't be friends. Like, if you're feeling that way towards an individual, you probably shouldn't be friends with them. That's the only way you can referendum this. You're not always like it, and it's one thing if you're jealous of everybody. That's a different, like, that's got to be a mental illness. But like, if you're jealous of a specific person, the only way to fix that problem is to stop being friends with them. And I didn't know this at the time. Neither did the people who were telling me that I was getting like basically bullied because of jealousy. Like, that's what I didn't understand, and that's what I probably would tell younger me, is that like, someone tells you someone's jealous of you, you lean the fuck out of that relationship so expeditiously quick. Like, that's the takeaway that I got from that. I'm just not going to be here. You know, if you're going to be jealous of me, whether or not that's affecting me or not, I cannot be you cannot be friends with someone who is jealous of you. That is not an emotion that you should have towards your friend. Do I think that you have to be your friend's biggest cheerleaders? That's a whole nother conversation that we can get into later. But I think that, in my opinion, the only way this gets like fixed or something that's helpful in this situation is to just not be friends with people who are jealous. And as someone who is jealous, if you are the person sitting there behind your screen watching this all play out, being all like, well, is this me? Am I the jealous friend? Like, what do I do? I think also with that, you should be able to recognize when you're jealous. I think that there's some moments of clarity when you're jealous of someone where you could be all like, I think I want that. And if you could recognize that you're jealous of your friends, like if that's something that is recognizable, which I think she did in the video, which is why I'm just not understanding, like, and maybe they didn't stop being friends. Actually, that was something that she said in the video. She said they didn't stop being friends because of the jealousy thing. They stopped being friends for something else. I don't know. But I think that if you know you're jealous of someone, you should stop being friends with them. Point blank, period. But something else I want to bring up, back to the point about people like literally getting off on people being jealous of them. I think that a lot of people are all like always making think pieces about, oh, the jealous friend, the jealous friend, the jealous friend. And y'all think that there's just people who have people jealous of them, but there's no people who are actually jealous. Like, these people exist. I don't know why you want them to just go away and like not exist in the world, but like I don't know, call me crazy, but jealousy isn't the worst thing you can be in this world. There's a lot of worse things than jealousy. I don't know why we're treating this like it's like fucking murder. Because it's not. That's the thing. It can lead to murder, but so can so many things in the world. So I'm just sitting here and I'm not wondering why we're even having this conversation. Like, it's... It'd be one thing if we're having an open and honest, genuine conversation about this, but we're not. I feel like there's one side. I will say that after I started engaging with this stuff, I did go down a little bit of a rabbit hole with this jealous friend topic. And the creators that I do follow, I will say, it shared some of my sentiment. Sometimes we disagreed on things. And then the people who were on the camp of this girl should go die, I'm just like, we're all in our own separate little echo chambers of this discussion, which is what I said at the beginning of this. But like, I don't know, I think not coming at this honestly doesn't really, like, at the end of this conversation is going to die down within a week, right? And nothing will have changed. Like, I just don't understand what I'm hoping from this video and the clips that come from it that I will be posting on social media is that, like, we're not villainizing this. Like, I don't understand why the other side, because there's two sides of this coin. There's all, like, there's people who are grateful she posted this video because it gives you insight, and there's people who are all like, she should have kept this in a diary, right? Because she's a terrible person. And I'm all like, I don't know. I'm of the camp of, it's a good thing that it was posted. I mean, there are definitely people out there who resonate with the video. People who genuinely have been jealous of their friends and are honest with themselves about it. And I feel like that group of people is the biggest group of people that you're going to have the most like movement with in terms of getting them to stop that behavior, right? Because I will say that being insecure and being envious of someone isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, they're not the best emotions and they probably don't make you feel good, but it doesn't make you a bad person. It's when when that consumes you as a person. When you are an envious person, when you are an insecure person, that's when it tends to hurt the people around you and the people that you surround yourself with. So I feel like being honest, even a little bit. I'm not saying that she's self-aware, but being honest with yourself even a little bit, that you have this emotion and bringing it to the forefront. Like, those are the type of people, like, if you hear someone saying that, like, the response to that shouldn't be to dogpile on them and tell them that they're a horrible person, because there's people out there who aren't saying it, who you're not dogpiling on, and they are going to keep on doing it. Like, those are the people that you genuinely probably want to stop their behavior, but they're not, because they don't see their behavior as wrong. However, this girl comes online saying that she knows she was the jealous friend and she knows it was wrong, or like she knows that it's not necessarily a good place to be, and what does she get for that? Shit on. Literally shit on and dragged and told that she needs to go kill herself. Like, I don't see how that's helpful. I really don't. I don't think you guys care. I think you guys like the idea of someone being jealous of you or someone being less than you. And that's why everyone's jumping on this, which is what I kind of hate about social media as a whole right now, or specifically TikTok, because this happens so much, right? Where something gets blown out of proportion or someone does something that's like the tiniest bit bad, acting like y'all are saints. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm doing this stuff either, but, like, I'm not going to sit here and dog on people for doing, like, normal, like, bad things. Like, I'm not saying, like, murder or racism or being a pedophile. Like, those are the things where we should, like, oh, you don't deserve a platform. Why are you here? I keep on hearing shit. Yeah, it was the necklace. Okay. Like, I'm saying, like, genuinely things that don't directly harm someone. So if you keep on coming into my comments saying something like, oh, but jealousy can't kill. No, I'm not saying can or could or has in the past. I'm saying genuinely the direct link of something is something else. Like, the direct thing that happens after murder is someone dies, right? You get that? That is not the direct link of jealousy. You can be jealous and not kill someone. Jealousy is not murder. That is what really got me heated and what really got me wanting to talk about this situation is that, like, there are much worse things that you can be in this world. And I think directing your energy towards being mad at someone for being honest about how they feel is a weird place to be. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like everybody just wants something to be mad at, when there's so much in the world that you can be mad at. And maybe, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's so many things in this world that you can be mad at and put your hatred and your heart towards. We're just not doing it. We're just not doing it. And I don't know what that means for us as a society. Like, there are so many things going on in this world right now where if you wanted to hate on them openly, which people do, I will say that people do hate on, like, a lot of things going on right now politically and socially, right? But this seems like a waste of a conversation. This seems like a waste of a week when all this stuff, like, it just feels like a distraction to everything else that's going on around us. And it's like, guys, come on. Are we idiots? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think like, it's kind of where I want to leave everything off. But I'm never going to be okay with, like, the dogpiling of an individual. Like, I will state that I don't think that she should have posted the video in general. Like, I think it's good that the video was posted for the sake of an honest conversation, which is not being had. So, like, let's put that out, like, put that aside for a second. I don't think she should have posted the video because of the amount of hate that she's getting for this, which is a normal human emotion. I really do believe that. Whether you agree with me or not, that I don't care. I just simply don't. But, like, death threats and all this shit, it's like, because this happens time and time again where you guys do this shit, you go and you, like, dogpile on someone, you, like, make them feel worthless, and then you guys are surprised when people kill themselves because of the things you say. And I'm never gonna be one to be okay with that. Like, I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb. This girl got online, was vulnerable, and now is getting death threats, which, like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, I feel like the internet has made everybody entirely way too comfortable being assholes. Like, before, you had to stand on that, right? The only people being assholes were people who could back it up by fighting. You got losers sitting behind computer screens just telling people to kill themselves, knowing damn well up in person you're not saying that shit. Because realistically, you're the one who's going to end up dead after that, honestly. If I'm being completely honest. Like, the internet gives you guys so much power to just be assholes, and you guys take it and run with it. And it's strictly weirdos. Like, you only ever see weirdos doing stuff like telling people to kill themselves online for having an opinion. For having a literal opinion. Like, it's not even like she did anything wrong. And you know what? If it comes out that she did do something wrong, so be it. Like, fuck. God. There's so many other things to worry about. I just don't think this is my biggest worry. So, like, y'all sitting here and being all like, mental health matters, but the second anyone has a singular emotion other than happy, you guys don't give a shit. And that's really how I feel about this situation, is that, like, this is a mental health issue. And when you say mental health matters, regardless of how shitty some mental health issues can be to family members and friends, you have to think that all mental health matters, or else no mental health matters. That's how it works, unfortunately. And I know it sucks sometimes, because along with this conversation, I've also heard people bringing up narcissism as well. And it just, sometimes it's going to suck. Sometimes mental health problems and issues suck. And there's nothing you can really do about it right now. And it's a place to be. I won't say it's a terrible place to be. I won't say it's a good place to be, but it's where we are, you know? And I feel like you're not helping if you're sitting there thinking that you're mightier than that, because you're sitting here dogging on some girl who really, her only crime is being jealous of her friend who had a lot of money. I also want a lot of money. Like, I'm gonna be jealous of, like, every celebrity that's living the lifestyle that I want right now. Like, Blur. Am I friends with him? No. That's where the problem arises. But, hey, I'm not your therapist. I'm not her therapist. But I just wanted to voice my thoughts, because I remember, like, when I originally had seen the video, I remember thinking to myself, like, this is terrible. Like, sometimes I come across a video and I genuinely think I'm the only sane person on earth. I will say I calmed down a little bit after hearing people be rational about this and actually look at it through a lens of, like, this girl doesn't deserve to die, which is genuinely, like, not a hot take. Crazy, I know, but this is not a hot take to think that someone shouldn't die because they were jealous. Like, hello. But that's all I have for this week's episode. It was a little bit, it definitely came from a place of anger, but anger is an emotion that I have sometimes, you know, like any other emotion, and that should be fine. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. If you want to keep up with the podcast outside of just these bi-weekly episodes, we have TikTok, we have Instagram at Sidetrack'd Podcast. And if you want to keep up with me, well, when I'm a little bit more happy, or maybe sad, I don't know. I can never tell you. But, you know, if you want to see me, some more of me, a little bit more, I have Instagram, I have TikTok. On Instagram at MaryJoJessica, on TikTok at MaryJo.Jessica. I will talk to you later.